What happens when a financially distressed company continues to retain the same external auditor for years? Could the auditor independence still be trusted? In this video, we will talk about Zelan Berhad. Zelan Berhad is a Malaysian public listed company involved in engineering, construction and infrastructure projects. In recent years, the company has experienced severe financial difficulties and was classified under Practice Note 17 due to major liquidity issues. As market concerns grew regarding corporate integrity and auditor independence, the Audit Oversight Board commissioned an independent assessment on the proposed reappointment of Nexia SSY-PLT as the external auditor. Despite the company's ongoing financial distress, the auditors consistently demonstrated strong professional skepticism by issuing disclaimer of opinions and refused to rely on overly optimistic management assumptions. Let's dive deeper into this topic.
Okay, so now we are going to look at the 5 threats that could affect the auditor's independence. First is the self-interest threat. Basically, is the auditor too financially dependent on this client? In this case, the answer is no. The audit fee is RM295,000 and the auditor doesn't do any other extra service for the company. So there's no reason to the auditor to place it just to keep the client happy. This threat is minimal. Second is the self-review threat. This happened when an auditor ends up checking their own work, which is obviously a problem. But here, Zelan Berhad used a completely different firm for the internal audit, so the external auditor didn't prepare any of the financial records. They're only checking someone else's work, so this threat is negligible. Third is advocacy. This means, is the auditor speaking out or fighting for the company side? No, they are not. Nexia SSY-PLT only does the audit. They don't give advice. They don't represent the company in any deals or legal matter. Fourth is the familiarity threat. This one actually exists. When an auditor works with the same company for a long time, they might get too close and start going easy on them. However, the risk is managed through two things. The audit partner get rotated regularly and the audit committee keep a close eye on everything. So yes, the threat is there.
Audit quality depends on auditor independence, objectivity and professional skepticism. These elements help ensure that financial statements are free from material misstatements and can be trusted by stakeholders. If threats to auditor independence are not properly managed, auditor may become less objective, rely excessively on management representation, and fail to challenge significant accounting estimates or disclosure. At Zelan Berhad, this risk will effectively controlled through several safeguards, including the absence of non-audit services, regular audit committee reviews, audit partner rotation, and a clear separation between internal and external audit function. The strongest evidence of audit quality was Nexia SSY-PLT's consistent issuance of a disclaimer of opinion despite management expectation. This demonstrates professional skepticism, independent judgment, and a commitment to maintaining audit quality. Therefore, auditor independence and audit quality were not materially compromised.
The external auditor provides only audit and assurance services with no consultancy or advisory roles. This reduces self-interest and self-review threats. The independent audit committee reviews auditor performance, ensures independence, and recommends reappointment. This helps reduce familiarity and intimidation threats. Regular rotation of the lead audit partners prevents close relationship with management. This is an effective safeguard against familiarity threats. Zelan Berhad separates internal and external audit functions by outsourcing internal audit to an independent firm. This ensures the external auditor does not audit their own work. Nexia SSY-PLT follows professional standards under the ISBA Code, ISA, and MIA bylaws. This helps reduce advocacy and intimidation threats and ensures ethical conduct. Zelan Berhad strengthens governance through risk management, whistleblowing policies, anti-corruption measures, and transparent reporting. This creates a reliable audit environment and builds stakeholder confidence.
Although Nexia SSY-PLT has maintained auditor independence, there are still several risks identified. First is the familiarity threat, because the auditor has worked with Zelan Berhad for a long period. This may affect professional skepticism. Second is the intimidation threat due to the company's financial difficulties, where the management pressure could influence the audit judgment. However, these risks are considered controlled because the strong safeguards are already in place. For example, there are non-audit fees. The audit committee actively monitors auditor performance, and internal audit functions are to outsource the strengthened segregation of duties. Therefore, the recommendation to reappoint the Nexia SSY-PLT as the external auditor, since auditor independence remains at the acceptable level and audit quality is not materially compromised.